A year ago, I made a video, The Tragedy of Kindness, and it did pretty good for me on my main channel. And it was about being endlessly kind towards others, expecting that eventually they're just gonna say, okay, thank you, that's enough, you've helped enough, now you can rest. It is your time to be helped. The tragedy is that that never happens. What usually happens is that the more we give, the more they expect, and when we finally get tired, we fight, and we're worse off than never having helped them. In a way, it is our fault for not setting limits, but it's a way of avoiding conflict. We expect them to say, that's enough. So the lesson of that video was that if you want to do something for someone, you gotta do it knowing that probably it's not gonna be enough. A lot of times they're not gonna appreciate it. They're just gonna feel like they are entitled to it, and that's it. But now it's been a year. It's time for the tragedy of kindness too. And it all started when I attended a talk about following company rules, setting standards, not making exceptions. And ironically, somebody brought their baby. And it was a nice baby. It cried a little bit and was making some noises, but it was a well-behaved baby. But that's not the point. The point that was not a place for a baby, and nobody dared to say anything. Why? Because you gotta be empathic, because you don't want to look bad. So a phrase came to my head, and it said, sometimes being empathic or indulgent towards somebody means being selfish or harmful towards the majority. You know, I am really cursed. There's never sound here, but now maybe I should go and tell them. But I will look bad. I have to be empathic. Anyway, let's go on. So this reminds me of the book Against Empathy from the psychologist Paul Bloom, and something that he said. Empathy is not unbiased. It is not a virtue, let's call it. Because for its very nature, empathy is selfish. Why? Because we're gonna be more empathic towards people we like, people we love, people who think like us, and whoever doesn't think like that, it's gonna be the opposite of empathy. Everyone else can be damned. So you may ask, what's the harm? What's the harm of letting someone cut the line? Oh, but what about everyone who's behind you? Why don't you let them, all of them, in front of you? What if everyone in front of you would let others cut the line? You wouldn't like that. You wouldn't get credit. You wouldn't be seen as nice. And that's a lot of this. A lot of this behavior, a lot of this empathy, it's a way for you to feel good or to look good. And the biggest good, I guess, it doesn't matter. The big picture doesn't matter. It's in a way it's selfish. You want to feel good because there's somebody you like or feel sorry for that you want to let them cut corners, cut them slack. But somebody else has to make up for that. Like last year, I saw a video about this AI who was counting cups of the people working at a cafe, and some people thought it was really evil, but I thought it was good. I thought it was good because the video showed that there was one lady, I think, who had prepared like 40 cups, and another one who had prepared like 2. They were being paid the same. But some people were like, oh, maybe just tired. And yeah, that is another topic, but I'm not gonna cover it. So this is an example of being empathic to someone is being harmful or unfair to others, to the majority. And there's another part. Later that day, somebody did something really selfish, and I wanted to confront them, but the affected party told me not to cause trouble, don't do it. Why? Because this person was scared that the other person would get mad, could stop talking to them or whatever. But this is also selfish. This is really selfish. Why? Because you're thinking about you. I don't want to feel bad. I don't want to get in trouble. But if you love the other person, or if you care for their long time well being, you should call them out. Because maybe they don't know. Maybe they have learned to act this way and they don't know they are being assholes. And what happens? Well, people shun them up, shun them down or out, I don't know. And it's bad for them. If you really want to help them, you want to deal with this. It's assertive training, because this person, most of the time, these people are not evil. They are just ignorant, and you rob them of the opportunity to be better. And yes, of course, they're gonna feel bad or angry or ashamed when you tell them, but it's gonna be better in the long run. So I don't want to make this video longer than it should, but I also think empathy, it's becoming a tool for manipulation. There's a monopoly of empathy. There's some people who decide who we should be empathic towards, and it has been like this for a while. And it really goes well with my point that some people decide who we have to be empathic and who to demonize if they call them out. Let them rob, let them do whatever they want. They don't know any better. So, in this case, being empathic towards one means being unfair or harmful towards the majority. So what Paul says is doesn't mean we need to be assholes or don't care for anyone. I forgot the word, but he promotes compassion. And compassion is not feeling like the other, it's understanding the other, but still holding them accountable, don't hating them because of their bad behavior, but trying to correct them, don't being indulgent. And yeah, it's harder, but in the long run, it's better for everyone. Okay, bye.